Well, welcome to tonight's live stream. Jumping over and doing a bit of FS19, finally. As you can see from the title of the stream, I do have about close to 50 hours on the map, but it's really just been getting to grips with the basics of FS19, familiarizing myself, but running it with real economy. No cheats on this map. I have set up a couple of other maps, of course, where you just cheat in large amounts of money, but this one is start from scratch and basically take it from there. And it's now getting to the point where the farm is at least, yeah, looking like it's doing better. So harvesters need a bit of a wash to begin with. I'm going to put it back in the shed for now because I've got to wait a little bit for the last field to be ready. Let's go see here. That starting to look pretty good. I gotta get it turned around and put in here. I'm using this shed here. I think it's really meant for potatoes and sugar beets, but right now I'm using it to park up my combine. Let's see, there we go. That'll do for now. And the next one in the queue here, it's just been bringing grain back from the field. It's in need of a serious wash, as you can see. It's looking pretty grim. Oh, sorry, my phone's pinging away here as well. Bit of a wash down. So, this is one of the workhorses on the farm. We got the smelter. We got a T6 New Holland and a T5 New Holland, and those are all the tractors we have at the moment. Let's see. Don't think it's perfectly clean, but it's close enough. So I'm just going to pop this trailer over here as well. And then like that. Actually we can just leave this guy here, and so yeah, quick tour around the farm. Got a shed here for a little bit of parking space. Much nicer shed over here. It's another Straumann trailer. Room for one of the tractors, and the other two tractors fit in here. And there's sort of a hayloft up above. That's quite nice. Over here we got our actual hayloft. So there's a dump area here leading in, and then there's a fill area over on that side, and then there's a bit of parking space here, which we'll use as well. But I think right now I just gotta try and teleport over to our New Holland here, because I think we need to start putting a lime on this field. It's gonna run out really quickly. But we might as well get it going. Now get a sewing machine. Actually, just walk around. It's a bit annoying watching somebody teleport between lots of vehicles. So here's our T6 175, and we got some seed. I'm putting wheat on that field, so I just gotta think for a minute, because I think we're gonna put in some more canola up on this more hilly field. We don't need massive amounts of straw. Canola and soybeans do sell for a much better price. We're quite lucky at one point. just having harvested this field, we got a great demand for canola just as we were harvesting the field. So as you can see, the bank balance is up to 132,000 right now. So helper C has stopped working, tank is empty, so I'm gonna set a worker going on this one, start sowing this one up again after we put lime down on the field here. And then I'm just gonna pop over on the other side of the hill, and then we're basically gonna go and refill the lime here because we only got a tiny bit actually done on this field here. So this is our New Holland T5. So in order to fill it up, it's a bit of a long drive, but we're going to take it down to the port where we can fill the trailer completely, rather than just having bags down at the sell point, because it's a faff. I suppose we could do that instead. I'm not quite sure. I think it's cheaper to do a bulk fill down at the port. But I suppose we're doing okay for money right now. We're heading into the night. Still don't have a farmhouse. So unfortunately I'm going to have to kind of work this through the night. Although I might try and increase the time step so we don't end up with a huge amount of time just driving around the darkness during a live stream. That isn't an awful lot of fun. But I think we'll, in light of just not driving around for the whole video, I'll just I'll pick up bags down here at the shop instead, and then we'll get back to the field, get that lime spread. So that field is ready to get sown up as well. So basically on this map we got 4 fields. I should bring up the map and show you. So we got field 28 down in the corner, right south of the farm. We're using that one for grass. I've extended it a bit with a plow on the hill there because it is grass and you can do that. So we've got 27 and 26, also slightly hilly, and the 19 and 20 has been plowed together to work as one big farm, and there's currently wheat growing on that one, so we have to check on the fertilizer levels as well. But right now we better get in and pick up some of these lime bags then. Let's see, lime, so that is 2,000 litres, and I got room for about 10,000, so 3, 4, 5. There we go. We just got to get the trailer swung around here. Something like this, I think. And we're filling up. So I hope everybody's had a good holiday period, if you've been on holiday. Enjoyed New Year, everything like that. I have a couple of days left and then it's back to work again. Kind of normal everyday life, but in some ways that'll be quite nice now. I had a lot of time off. I've kind of been mooching around, so you know, ironically I haven't really gotten around to doing any streaming or recording during the holidays, but then again, that's kind of what holidays are for sometimes as well, isn't it? And last bag, so that's almost gonna fill it. We've got room for 11,000 with one of the storage expansions right now, but 10,000 should do for this smaller field. had 2 fertilizer bags that are sitting down on the road. When I unloaded fertilizer pellets from this trailer and put it on onto lime instead, they kind of spawned out onto the road, but last time they were actually stuck in the road and I couldn't lift them with the front loader. So once we're done with this field, we'll go down and test. It is possible that after reloading the save game they've kind of been dropped in a slightly better way, so that we might be able to do that. It's terrible. Got a bit of straw sitting here and I never actually made it. This tractor is struggling a bit here on the hills, so it's probably burning up more lime than it really should, but we'll get there. So we got him going, and we got this guy, and I think we're just going to set a worker going here. Oh, like that. And then we're just going to hop down here on the farm. Let's see what condition is the Valtra in here. Might just take it over and do a bit of maintenance on it, just to make sure that we keep our equipment functioning. So we got like a workshop shed here. There's a fuel tank on one end, which is quite nice. And then I'll put the repair area. Oh yeah, I forgot we put the this trailer here. I'll put him back into the shed where he belongs now. I'll just reverse up here. Like that. And then he's basically going to fit in just perfectly into this shed here, underneath the hayloft. Just make sure he doesn't stick out too far there, like that. There we go. Just hop out and close the door here. Oops. I think I may just have smacked that pretty hard, but we'll figure out next time we open the door. Looks alright for now at least. So, bit of maintenance on the Valtra here. Just make sure everything's tippity-boo. It's not bad. 200. One thing I have found is occasionally, I made that mistake once, it was quite expensive, clicking through that maintenance menu too quickly and accidentally sold my power harrow. So yeah, word of caution, take it easy when you're moving through those menus. So in here we just got a little shed. We got a weeder and a sprayer sitting in there. Over on the other side I normally have the sewing machine that's currently out working in the field. But right now I think we're just gonna park up the Valtra because it's kind of growing season at the moment and it's dark, so there we go. Switch the lights off first. Close the doors. Don't get stuck in them, preferably. There we go. And it's a bit dark, but we do have some big floodlights here on the farm as well, which we can turn on now that it's night time here. So, like that. Creates quite a nice light around here. Got one down here by the chicken shed and silage pit as well. Like that helps a bit. So my Hindra has a few egg boxes. There's one more in here. I don't know if there's an awful lot in it, to be honest. 75 liters. You know what? I might as well pick it up. This is one of the things we can do in the evening while it's a bit dark and we can't see much of what's going on in the fields anyway. So I'm just gonna drop that one in if I can. I do like the fact that we can rotate these boxes now. That is simply fantastic, because it allows me to put it down a bit more gently. But yeah, I really like these buildings for the FellsBrun map at least. I don't think they would fit terribly well on the American map, but for this map they are perfect. So this is a lot of kind of half-filled egg boxes, so we're not necessarily going to make an awful lot of money on them, but I really just want to get rid of them at this point. So I'm just going to have a quick look, see here. Eggs, well, North Northwest is giving 6,188 euros per 1,000 litres. The nearest is after that is Port Southeast. So I think we're going to go for a little drive up to Port Northwest, and that's fine because we've got workers going in the 2 fields, and yeah, it's not too bad in the Mahindra here. We're away. Try and do some not too crazy driving, but get there in a reasonable amount of time as well. Oops, that's what I get for trying to look at the chat screen at the same time. Sorry about that. 2 cement trucks. I'm not going to try and overtake those then. This is really not how you should be driving in terms of... Oh, we've got a train coming through. See, I think it's a really nice feature that the train runs around even when you're not in it. So that gives a sense of life to the map, in addition to... Hey, calm down, Mr. Truck, beeping me. Okay, so Helper E has completed that task. That will be the lime spreading that's done. Well, we might as well get these eggs sold first. It's not going to take too long to whiz up here, get to the sell point. I'm not sure this Mahindra should be able to drive quite as fast as this, given that it has no mirrors. I don't think it has any seat belts either. It doesn't have any windows. I don't think it would be very pleasant to be driving at 97 kilometers per hour in a completely open truck like this, unless you wear goggles at least. Here we are. Just round the roundabout, and we're almost there. Cut across the tracks here, and onto the ramp. A few more. Oh, nice. That was a fair amount there after all. So that's what, 3,000, almost 4,000 euros for that little trip. That's well worth it, I'd say. Especially if I then don't actually drive into the cargo that's kept here on the harbour. And we're away again, back to the farm. Pick up the tracks, and then we're going to check on some fertilizer levels in general now that we put lime down on the fields that needed it. Keep the sowing machine going through the night probably. Oh, here we are. That's our turn off. Let's hope there's nothing coming around the corner here. So we've got a decent amount of money, about 130,000 right now, but I'm kind of in two minds about what happens next. We got one of the tractors upgraded, so I'm reasonably happy with the tractors for now. They can do the jobs around the farm. There's no major issues there. So the choices are really between, I I'm leaning towards buying a new field. I'll show you on the map here. So field 18 I'm thinking will be a good purchase, and that's about 180,000. The other thing I really want to do is to replace the old New Holland combine harvester there. But to be honest, it is kind of doing the job right now. So, and it will be about 250,000 to get up to the one I want to get to. So I'm just going to jump to the Holland FellsBrun line here, because he is now done. So what we're going to do is head back down on the farm with the rest of the lime here. Unload that probably. Think about getting some fertilizer into it. Alternatively, we're going to spray for weeds. We've got to check the map when we get down, and then we've got to try and see if we can lift those 2 fertilizer pallets that got stuck in the road. I kind of hope we can, because I really don't want them there for the rest of my save game. Otherwise I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit them out instead, and I haven't been using the new map editor at all yet. So just come into the farm, go down around the other side of this map here. I think I need another floodlight in here, in the kind of central yard area. We got one over here by the silo that's not on right now, but I don't have any that's actually pointing into the main yard there. So right now I'm just going to pop down here, so find out where these pallets are. There they are. Oh god, looks like they're still pretty solidly anchored in the road, to be honest. Oh no! It looks like oh no, I just, instead of unhooking the trailer, I unhooked the pallet fork, which was a bit silly of me. There we go. Let's try that instead. And let's see if we can at least shift them or something, because I don't particularly want them stuck here forever. Right, so as you can see, they're pretty stuck. I can get the pallet in underneath them. So I think the only other thing I can do is I can go and if I empty the trail of lime right now, and then go and refill with the fertilizer from those 2 pallets, hopefully that will work so that they kind of disappear again. So what I want to avoid is that the same thing happens again with the lime pallets. So I'm gonna drive a bit further into the farm area here before we unload. So just around here somewhere, and then unload. Just gotta check where they went, because it looked to me, oh there it is, that one looks fine. That one's not gonna cause us any problems. So let's just see. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna use the trailer, sorry, I'm being daft here. So here we go, here we go, here we go. Just basically try and use these to fill the trailer again, since they're otherwise stuck in the ground. That seems to be working, so that's great. Good. So we're not going to have a permanent roadblock sitting there. That's excellent. So that's this one ready to do some fertilizing, although we might need to pick up some more fertilizer before we go anyway. But we're just going to have a look at the state of the fields now, see where everything is. And while I bring that up and look at the growth, there's just going to be a very short interlude while I go and respond to a confirmation. So I will be back very shortly. Okie dokie. Right, let's just have a quick look see here where we're at. So we have 1920 merged field that is growing a wheat. No, barley, sorry. In terms of fertilizing, it's got one level of fertilizer on it. I think I need to wait another growth state before it's actually going to be possible to fertilize it again. So we're going to wait for that. Helper B is down on field 27 doing the sowing. So this guy is going to have to wait a little. What we're going to do is we're going to take it down to the shop and pick up a couple of extra fertilizer bags and put them in here. Well, at least one. A couple sounds very blasé, but they're actually, with the 1.2 beta patch, the price of fertilizer went up by quite a bit. I guess you can adjust the economy as the astute viewer may have triggered. I have set the economy mode to easy. I played the first about 35 hours of this map with it set on normal, and I basically found that I was staying alive financially, but profit generation was exceptionally slow, especially compared to the prices both of land, buildings, equipment, everything like that. So yeah, in the interest of actually having some progress, especially when you're starting to live stream it and stuff like that, I dropped the economic difficulty down to an easy level, simply to actually be able to have something happen, at least something going on during this whole thing. So there we go, got a bit extra fertilizer. We're gonna head down and start in the corner field 19 when we can. Gotta wait for that growth jump, which may not actually happen till the morning. And I think once the worker has finished the field up on the hill there, field 27, we might actually just advance time a bit faster throughout the night here. Of course, it would be lovely if we had the farmhouse just to be able to go in and sleep for a bit instead, but yeah, I haven't been able to find 180,000 euros lying around to be able to do that, so that's how it goes. So what I'm just going to do is keep the yard tidy, because I'm just going to move our lime pallet back over up against the barn there, and then Can get over to the field if I can see what I'm doing here. Not quite. Oh, that was my bad. Sorry. Jumping through the I use an Xbox controller, and what? Can't even lift that pallet now. That seems a bit excessive. Ah, there we go. I think I can just manage to sneak it over there. We do have a weight to put on the back of this for when we're doing yard work, but seems very, very sensitive to the weight even of this one pallet. We're just gonna pop it down here anyway, so not a big issue. We'll now let go of it again. There we go. So we have the fertilizer at the ready here. I'm not 100% sure. I think this has already been we might actually be able to get started. It's really hard to see at night to do this, to be honest. Let's just do a quick check here. Yes, we can. We're okay to cover this bit that's gone through a growth cycle at least. And then hopefully I can see enough even in the dark to do this. The alternative is to hire a worker, which we might actually do like that, because workers can see at night even if I can't. So right now, really is a bit of a waiting game until we get the sewing finished here. So what I might do is call it quits for streaming for tonight, and then what I will do is I will try and advance things to a point where we can skip nights a bit, not having to sit through the whole darkness cycle here. But right now, in terms of maintaining productivity for the fields and everything like that, I kind of need to keep things moving throughout the night, basically. So if you have watched, or if you're catching up on this live stream at another point, thank you very much for watching. I will be back with some more FellsBrun, and I will be picking up the previous series from Farming Simulator 17 on South Mountain Creamery, giving that a little bit of a completion. And then I'm pretty much hoping that pretty soon we're gonna get some new mod maps. I know there's a couple in the queue at Giants. They're back at work on the 17th of January, so I reckon a couple of weeks to a couple of months after that we'll start seeing some maps coming out, and at that point I will think about starting a completely from scratch series on Farming Simulator 19, but up until then there'll be a bit of 17 work that's going to be finished, and there's going to be some live streams of the FellsBrun map here, which is starting to get together. I hope that I'll be able to get the next field soon, and then get our combine upgraded as well. But we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching from Overcourt Gaming. Good night.